Hello, friends. This is Becky with Becky Budgets. Just wanted to go ahead and come on here to do our weekly cash stuffing. As most of you know, we are doubling up this week because my husband and I were sick last week. So the totals are going to be a little higher. As always, thank you so very much for taking time out of your day to watch this content. And let's go ahead and get started. So as always, I like to close out the envelopes I have in my wallet. So I've got those two. And then let's pull out the change. It's more than I thought, given the fact that we didn't leave our house for a while. So I've got, let's see, $1.10 on here. This money goes straight into our anniversary jar, and we cash that in October to fund our anniversary dinner or weekend away, or however much we save. In grocery, I have $7, so we can go ahead and take out our $1 savings and our $5 savings. So the $5 savings will get one. We are at the end of the month. So when I do our month closeout, we'll go ahead and count whatever is in these envelopes. So that should be fun. I've held off on doing that for the last couple months, and I'm curious to see how much we have. So there's our $1 savings and our $5 savings. We'll count that next week. Before I forget, I do want to fill our grocery envelope. So that comes out of our variable envelope. And as I said before, we currently have $200 in there. So we've got the $100 buffer and then a extra $100, which is what I'm using this week to fund our groceries. So we'll come back to that shortly, and I'll put the $100 into my grocery envelope. I have been liking leaving my personal in the variable envelope just because it adds another layer of me having to think through whether I'm going to spend that money or not. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep that empty right now. Now, this week we are going to be filling, I think it's $408. It's $406. So let's see if that's what we've got. So we've got 50, 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 310, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 370, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 400, 401, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So yes, it is all there. Let's go ahead and separate it. Now, what I am excited to add money to this week is my coffee fund. As you know, that's something I gave up once I started. Thank you to each and every one of you who has bought me a coffee on Buy Me a Coffee. The reason I was using that was because it's an easier way of me posting and updating, since I haven't figured out how to do that in YouTube. But I do appreciate the 3 people that bought me a coffee, and I cannot wait until I go back to work so that I can buy myself a couple coffees. That being said, let's start off with my Buy Me a Coffee fund. This week it gets $6 because I lost 3 pounds. And that in itself is enough to buy me a coffee. So that is currently sitting at, let's see, $5, $6, $7, and $8. So it's on its way. Luckily, the scale is starting to move down. Let's go ahead and get started with our variable envelope binder. As you saw, groceries we were not able to fill it this week. It has the $100 buffer, and I'm hoping that next week, since both of us get paid, we'll be able to replenish some money in there. Gas is going to go ahead and get $100. So we'll do $150, two 20s, and a 10. Now the only reasoning behind that is because my husband put $20 into my car's tank yesterday, so I want to make sure that I replenish his account with that. So currently we've got $50, $70, and $80. When we add that to the buffer we had, we are sitting at 50, 150, 170, and 180. So $180 in gas. That means that we have about $80 left in gas, and hopefully we can keep that $100 buffer because it lets me stay calm. Fur babies, they are currently capped at $200. We will be needing to replenish this in the month of July because they are due for their grooming. And I try to get them in before the end of the month, but they're all full. So they're going to have to wait until that second week in July to get groomed. We've got the money already there. As far as my personal goes, my personal is getting $100, but we are putting 21 of those dollars into my Chicago savings fund. So let's see how we're going to do this. I'm going to do $150 bill, two 20s. I'm just looking at my little cheat sheet. 1 5 and 5 singles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that should equal $100. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and $100. Now let's go ahead and take $21 out because I did roll the die last week, and here are the numbers that I rolled. I did roll 4 so that it would account for the 4 weeks in the month. So we've got $21 sitting in there now. Let me put them in order. I like the bigger bills up front. So $21 in Becky's savings. And that leaves me with a monthly spending allowance of $50, $70, $75, $76, $77, $78, and $79. So I have $79 that I can spend on my personal this month. My husband's cash allowance was already given to him, and he does have the last 50 that he wanted in the account. So he has been utilizing that while it's in his account, and I do keep track of that separately. Our miscellaneous and our eating out funds are both empty. As I had told you all, we had emptied these, or I had emptied these when I went to that concert a couple weeks ago. And then the snowball amount actually got deposited into our account today. I'm happy to inform you that I did make a $180 payment on our Dell for this month. It's not as large as it was last month, but we did have some income issues. So I'm very happy that we were able to put something into it. And during our monthly closeout, you'll see how much or how many percentages we were able to cover with the extra snowball payment. And then Becky's savings, as you saw, was stuffed with $21. So that's it for our variable expenses. Now let's go ahead and move on to our snowball. These aren't snowballs. These are our sinking funds. Sorry about that. So medical is going to be getting $50 this week. We usually put $25 a week, but because we're linking up the 2 weeks, it's going to go ahead and get a $50. So medical is currently sitting at $100, $150, $200, $250, $255, and $260. So there's $260 in medical. Now I will be taking money out of there as my husband went to the doctor the other day and they didn't take his copay. So I have a feeling we're going to have to pay that within the next couple weeks. So $30 will come out of our medical fund. Linus and Leo, they usually get $15 a week. So we're doubling that up this week and they're getting $30. So Linus and Leo, which is their vet fund, currently has $100, $150, $170, $180, $190, and $195. That's building up slowly but surely. Leo will be going in for his annual pretty soon. So he'll need to get his rabies shots and Bordetella and all that fun stuff. Household is going to go ahead and get $30 as well. We do $15 a week in this. So we've got it was $30. So I don't know why I grabbed a 5. Let me make sure that this is right. So this is currently sitting at 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105, and 110. If for some reason I'm off because I pulled the wrong amounts, we know where the culprit is. It's going to be in household. Gifts is going to go ahead and get $30 as well. Because we were out and quarantined, our fathers didn't get our Father's Day gifts. So I purchased their cards because I was able to purchase that online. And then hopefully, now that I'm out of quarantine, when I see them next, I'll be able to give them their Father's Day gifts. So our gift fund, we took, I believe it was $15 out of here to pay for those cards. It's currently sitting at $100, $120, $130, $140, $145, $46, and $47. Let me count that one more time. So 1, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, and 47. So 147 is sitting in our gift fund. Next is car maintenance. Car maintenance gets its weekly $15. Now this week we're doubling it up. So it's $30. And car maintenance is currently sitting at 100, 120, 40, 60, 70, 171, 72, and 73. So that's got 173. I did dip into that a couple weeks ago because I had to get a car wash. So it's not at the same level as it was with the vet, but it was bound to happen that we had to use it. Vacation gets $5 a week, but we're doubling it up, so it's getting $10 this week. So it's currently sitting at $10, $20, $25, $26. So we've got $26 in vacation. Renter's insurance gets $3 a week. So this week we're putting $6 in there. And that's currently sitting at 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. Now, this sinking fund is actually going to be for the following year. We just got our quote for this year, and we're going to go ahead and cash flow that the first week of July. So you'll see that show up this week. And then once we hit the amount that we need for our 2023 renewal, we can move on to adding the extra $3 a week to another fund. Car registration also gets $3 a week. So that's getting $6 this week. And that's currently sitting at 20, 25, 30, 31, 32. There was a 5 stuck in there. Let's count that again. So we've got 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, and $39. And this fund is being saved for our car registration, which is March and April of next year. Last but certainly not least is our emergency fund. I usually put the last 4 into the emergency fund because it rounds up our sinking funds to $100. So this week, because we're doubling it up, it's getting $8, 1, 2, and 3. That's perfect. So our emergency fund is currently sitting with a $1,000 in the buffer in the account, and I've got the placeholder here in the binder. So we've got 1,000, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48. So $1,048 in our emergency fund. And we have come to an end with our cash stuffing, friends. So, as always, I feel very blessed to be able to fill money into our savings. We've had a pretty tough couple weeks, but hopefully we are completely on the mend and we'll be doing better. I'll be back on Sunday with a view as to how we're breaking down our bills for the month and also for our July week 1 budget. Once we finish the month, which should be next Thursday, I'll go ahead and possibly on that Saturday film our monthly closeout. I'm going to do the June monthly closeout along with the first quarter of budgeting, which is actually second quarter of the year. So I'll do that as well on that Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 separate videos or if I'm going to just do one long video, but we'll see. As always, I hope each and every one of you has an amazing weekend. We've got some dark skies and it looks like it's going to rain here in Colorado. So hopefully you all have a beautiful weekend as well. And take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.